Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. For today's video, we're going to be doing a guitar sustain test, and we're going to see if the Les Paul's reputation as one of the best sustaining guitars ever built is deserved or not. Let's get started. Alright, so for today's comparison, we're going to use 5 different instruments. They're all from different price ranges. They're all built in very different ways with different woods and different neck profiles, different body thicknesses, all those kind of things. And we'll see if that affects the sustain of the instruments. But the one thing that they have in common is they're all going to be equipped with humbucking pickups. Alright, the first guitar in this comparison is this Les Paul Traditional. Now this has a non-weight relieved body, so it's extremely heavy. It's got the thickest neck profile that Gibson offers on its Les Pauls. And I think it'll be the gold standard for sustain. It certainly has a nice resonance when you hold it up against your body and play. So yeah, this will be our first guitar in the comparison. Let's take a look at the others. Up next is this Epiphone Les Paul Standard. Now this one feels lighter than the Traditional, so I'm assuming there's some chambering going on, but it'll be interesting to see if this Epiphone can keep up to the Gibson when it comes to sustain. Our next instrument is this Sterling Music Man John Petrucci signature model. Now this one has a floating trem, so you can bend it up or down. Very different system than the Les Paul, so we'll see if that contributes to sustain loss or not. And the other thing is there's not a tilted headstock like the Les Pauls, and there's no string trees either. So you can easily just grab a string, pull it out of the nut with almost no effort at all. I don't know if you can see that, but so there's almost no pressure on this nut, and it's got a floating trem. So again, it'll be interesting to see how this compares to the Les Pauls in terms of sustain. Next is this Ibanez Premium. This one has DiMarzio pickups. It's got a locking trem system, so a locking nut here. It's extremely light, the neck is very thin, and the body is very thin and contoured too, so very different than the Les Pauls. Finally, we've got this PRS SE Custom 24. Now this was one of Paul's first designs, and it's become an iconic shape ever since, so it'll be fun to add it into the mix. For today's sustain comparison, we're going to do 3 different tests. We're going to use the bridge pickup, and we're going to do a bend right down by the nut on 3rd string. Then we're going to go to the neck pickup and do a bend on 12th fret on 2nd string. And for our final one, we're going to go back to the bridge, and we're going to play a note in the middle of the guitar on 4th string. Alright, so let's take a look at the results. Now on the left side here, you can see which guitar is which. So this is the Traditional, the Epiphone, the Music Man, the Ibanez, and the PRS. And in a surprise move, the Epiphone here sustained the longest. So in 2nd place was the RG, 3rd place was the Music Man, 4th place was the PRS Custom 24 SE, and in final place was actually the Traditional. Alright, test 2 was testing the upper range sustain, of course, and again in a surprise, the Epiphone sustained the longest. The Les Paul Traditional came in just shy, so almost equal there. The Music Man was 3rd, the PRS SE Custom 24 was 4th, and the Ibanez RG was 5th. Alright, so here are the results for test 3. I think this one was the most accurate test of them all. It didn't involve a bend, either down low or up high like the previous tests. It was just a note sustained in the middle of the guitar. And again, the Epiphone sustained the longest. So there it is. The RG was 2nd, the Traditional was 3rd, the Music Man was 4th, and the PRS SE Custom 24 was 5th. So here are the results. Yeah, I was really surprised by the Epiphone. I guess I'll be keeping that guitar. Well, those results were quite interesting. What I'm going to do now is sort of average out the sustain for each of the 3 tests and come up with the winners list. Let's take a look. In 1st place is this Epiphone Les Paul Standard. Yeah, plays great, looks great, and now I know it sustains like nobody's business. Let's find out who came in 2nd. In 2nd place is the RG. It placed 2nd in 2 of the tests and last in 1 of the tests. Third place is a tie between this Music Man and the Les Paul Traditional. Now, the Music Man got third for 2 of the tests and fourth in 1 of the tests, and the Les Paul Traditional got last in 1 of the tests, second in 1 of the tests, and third in 1 of the tests. And finally is the PRS Custom 24 SE. Well, I hope you guys found this video interesting. It was a lot of fun to put together, and if you guys enjoy this kind of stuff, be sure to hit the subscribe button below, give the video a thumbs up, and we'll see you guys next week with a new video. Take care.